Hello everyone, today in this video we'll be discussing the second lab program of mobile application development, which is about the calculator. Okay, so same steps we'll be following. First we'll be clicking on new project and we'll be selecting empty activity, and then clicking on next, and the name I'll be writing it as simple calculator, and this is already set, so I'll click on finish and we'll wait for some time. The files will be loaded. So after the files are loaded, the first thing what you have to check is if the device is connected. So as in the previous program, I had explained how to connect the device. So you have to connect the device here, and we'll be doing the means the initial steps which are to be done. So go to activity main XML and go to code part and remove the part from here and write relative. Okay. So after you have written relative layout, the suggestion will come. Just click on enter. So you'll have written that one. Okay. And coming to the activity main, first we will make the layout. So how does the layout look is, first we'll write a simple calculator, and here we will have the two inputs, and finally we will have the result, and here four buttons will be there. Okay, so clicking on each button and the input entered here, the result will be changing. Okay, so what all we need: one text here, two input text here, and one result text here. So the text input I need two times, so first I will be making the initializations parts here. So after that is done, I'll be clicking on this and control C, control V. Okay, and this will be the result one. So I'll be placing the result here after the two inputs, and I need the input, so go to text here and plain text and just hold it and drop it here, and just make the change here, drag and place it till here, so that you'll be able to move, and just click it, means just drop it here. Okay, and the same thing has to be done one more time, because two numbers are to be input, so just drag and drop here. Okay, after that is done, you need the button, so go to the buttons here, just hold the button and drop it here. After you have dropped the button, you have to do the same thing, hold and make the line till here and make the line till here. Okay, after you have done that, just hold the button and drop it till here. Okay, and just you need four buttons for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So what you have to do is you have to control C and control V, control V, control V. Three times you have to do control V, and then you have to means place these things here one after the another. And after you have done that, you are editing. Okay, let's do the editing, but before that we have some errors here. So let's see what is the errors here. Just click it on fix, and here also just click it on um, fix, and that will be fixed automatically, so do not worry about that. So go to the first one and search your text. So the first text what I'll be typing is the simple calculator, so just type it here, simple calculator. Okay. After I've done that, and you can change the size as well, so for now I'm just keeping it as such because this is just for the reference purpose. And come to here, first let's do for this one. For this you need to remove the text because the text needs to be changed. So instead of that, go to hint, remove the text and go to hint and type it here as number 1, means the first number you have to enter, so that will be shown as hint. Same thing you have to do for this as well, show it as number 2. Okay, and here you have to remove it and type it as text. So when you search the text, you have to remove the text so that number 2 hint will be displayed. Just move it. Okay, that's all. And you have to set the IDs for these two as well, because we'll be preferring these ones, so we'll make a connection with these two numbers. So type it as um, input 1, or I can type it as number 1. Just make sure you remember what ID you have given. Just click the factor, and here you have to type it as number 2. Okay, so just type it as number 2 and double click enter, so it will refactor. And then you have to come here and you have to edit the result part. In the result part, the ID will be result, as result, and go to the text part and make it as, just remove the text from there so that the hint part will be displayed and the number changes. So in hint, what you have to write is 0, because the initial answer will be 0 and will be changing iteratively. Okay, after you have done that, it's very small, so you got to expand it. After I've expanded it, keep it as such. Okay, So that's the thing which you have done here. You can change the alignment, make it to center, and those things you can do. I'm just explaining the logic part here. So then you have to do for the buttons the same thing. Go to text, change the first button as add, and double click enter, and go to this one and type the text as subtract. Go to the third one and make the change as multiply, and go to the fourth one and make the text as division. Okay, after I've done these four things, then you have to add the IDs for them. So go here and search ID. You'll get the ID, just double click it, and let's keep it in small caps, add, and here you have refactor. So same thing goes for subtraction as well. Just type sub and double click enter, so it will refactor. Here also you have to go and type multiply, MUL, and double click, it will get updated. And here you have to double click division, means type and double click it, so that's ready for us. So these things are ready. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to go to the Java part and do some modifications. Okay, in the Java part we'll come and we'll write here first private edit text, because we need to edit text. Private edit text, two things we need: input 1 comma input 2. Okay, this thing is done, and come here, just click alt plus enter, so the library will be imported. And here what we have to write is private um, button result, and that will also be imported here. So we'll be importing by using alt plus enter. So button result is also ready with us. And what is the next thing we have to import is, sorry, it's not button, it's text view, because it's the text view, it's not the button. Okay. So text view, just click enter, so the library will be imported by itself. And here we have to write private button, and four buttons you have to create: add, sub, multiply, and divide. Okay, so four buttons are created, and these are the global variables which you have to initialize first. And after that, come after this function and write public addition, public addition, and here we have to write view view. Okay, times you have to write view and just click this one. And here when you come, just click alt plus enter, so view library will also be imported. And okay, so the return type is void, so you keep it as void here. And after that we need to do some logic here. Okay, so first we need to get the input one. Input one is equal to r dot id dot what is the input one's id we had set? It was number one, right? So r dot id dot number, like that you will write. And here before that you have to write find view by id. Okay, find view by id. The same thing you have to do for the next one as well. Input 2, input 2 is the this one you have created, right, for the edit text. So here you will write find view by id, so you write r dot id dot, it was number 2, right, so you write here number 2. That is also initialized, and result will be initialized as follows: result is equal to find view by id and r dot id dot result we had initialized, right, so that will be taken as such. Okay, so after you have done these things, next what you have to do is we have to write the logic. Okay, what is the logic? We have to find out the sum, right? Float answer, let's keep it as answer. Okay, float answer is equal to this, you have to write as such. Okay, float dot parse float, and inside that what you are parsing, input one dot get text, you're getting the text from the input one, right? Input one is the input part, and you have to convert it to string finally, and you are ready. Okay, so after you have converted it into string, and then what is the thing which you are doing? You are doing the addition operation, so I'll write plus here. The same thing will be copied again. Float dot parse float, and here you'll have input 2 dot get text, right here get text dot to string. Okay, to string, yeah, that's all. Okay, so what it does is in answer we'll be having the answer, so finally we have to set the result. Dot result was the final result in the display part, right? Set text, so we'll set the text as what we want, so the answer I will set as answer, right, so answer will be displayed there. Okay, that's all. And also it means you have to just and yeah, we'll set the result result.set text answer. Okay, so it will set the answer in the result part. So that's for the addition. Same thing we have to do for the subtraction, multiplication and division as well. So let's control C, and here you have to do control V and control V and control V. Okay, just make some slight changes, like I'll tell you what are the changes you need to make. You already know what the changes, like it's very simple. Subtraction, and after writing subtraction here, instead of plus you have to do what? Minus, right? And here instead of addition we'll write multiplication. After writing multiplication, then you have to write, instead of plus here you'll write as multiplication, and here you will write, instead of addition you'll write division, and here you will write the division, right? And before finding the division, first we have to check if the value is less than, means the denominator is 0 or not, right? That's more important. So for that we'll be doing something here, like we'll be float second number. First we will check what is the second number. Float second number is equal to, the same thing we will again do, float dot um, parse float, then input 2 dot get text dot to string. Okay, after I've done that we'll get the second number, and then we'll be checking if that second number is less than, means not equal to 0, then only we got to perform the division operation, right? If it's not equal to 0, then we will be performing the following operation, right? So it will be performed if it's not equal to 0. Else, in case if it is equal to 0, at that time what you have to do is you have to display a toast message. Toast dot, what you have to do is toast dot make text, and in the make text we have to first write this, and here what is the toast message? Toast message I want to write as denominator is 0. So this length dot short, and here dot show. Okay, and that's all what is there. And just the last change what you have to do is just set on click listeners. Okay, so go to the code part here, and in the buttons part you have to set the on click listener. Why? Because when the button is clicked, the on click listener should be set so that it identifies a click has been made and which function should be called. Okay, so go to here, set on click listener, and this, which one? This is addition, right? So addition you have to select, that's for the addition, and this is the division. So the same thing, Android on click listener, and that is written as division. Okay, so we'll write that division here, and after that you have to again come here. For the multiplication also we have to do the same thing, so let's do for the multiplication, and yeah, that's all. And you have to come to the last one, which is the subtraction, and we'll set for the subtraction as well. So write on, it will come as addition. Select the subtraction and make it ready. Okay, so after you have done that, just build this code here, and I hope so it should work fine. And let's wait, and I'll show you the result what I get in the phone. So yeah, let's wait for it and see what's the result. After clicking this one, you have to click this one. Okay, run. Okay, so after the building of the application is done, you can click the run function here. So the output will be displayed in my phone. So I'll be sharing the screen from that and showing you how the output is. Okay. So this is the app. Let's see how it is, and let's check all the functionalities. So here we have the simple calculator, the project name, and here we have the text view. This is the result view, 2 input sections and 4 buttons. Okay, so let's test each of these. So first I'll be typing here 10, and let's type it here as 20. So addition should give me 30, subtraction should give me -10, multiplication should give me 200, and division should give me 0.5. Okay, so that's working. Let's type the denominator as 0, and let's see the division operation. So it is showing the denominator is 0, right? That's what the expected functionality it is. And yeah, that's all for this code. And make sure you hit the like button, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.